To our future scientists, I am Tolofelo, and welcome to today's lesson on the musculoskeletal system. In this part of the lesson, we are going to look at practice and application questions that relate to the musculoskeletal system. First, we are going to work on our practice questions. And the first instruction says that we must study the diagram and answer the questions that follow. So we have a diagram of the arm. It shows the muscles and bones. And number 1 wants us to provide labels for A, B, C, and D. So A are the biceps. B are the triceps. C is a cord that connects the muscles to the bone, and that is called a tendon. And then D, we have another cord that connects bone to bone. There we have a ligament. Okay, next we move on to question 2. The instruction says annotate the diagram by providing the functions of the parts labeled A, B, C, and D. So part A, we know it's a muscle. Those are our biceps. They are found in the upper part of the upper arm, and these are antagonistic to the triceps. The part labeled B, those are our triceps. They are found in the lower part of the upper arm and are antagonistic to biceps. C, we have a cord that connects muscle to bone, and we know that is a tendon. And with D, we have another cord that connects bone to bone, and we know that is a ligament. Now we move on to our next question, which is question 3. The instruction says, state 2 functions of the musculoskeletal system. And the functions there, the first one, the muscles are attached to a frame structure, which is the skeleton, to produce movement. So that is function number 1, produces movement. And then function number 2, the bones provide a frame structure for the muscles to attach. We move on to our next question, which is question 4. It asks, what is the importance of cartilage found in the human body? Number 1, it prevents friction and acts as a shock absorber. So we have learned that we find cartilage in our nose, in our ears, and at the end of every bone, and that is to help with, it prevents friction because it's found at the end of every bone. And as a shock absorber, we will find it in our vertebral column. It is found as vertebral discs, and that helps prevent shock when we are moving around. Moving on to question 5. Question 5 says, name the main processes, so it is more than one, of the musculoskeletal system. Okay, the main processes of the musculoskeletal system include, number 1, the contraction and relaxation of muscles, and then process number 2 is movement and locomotion. Number 6, okay, the instruction says, identify and explain how A and B work together to make movement possible. So we are looking at parts labeled A and B, and we know that those are muscles. So how do they work together to make movement possible? So the biceps at A, we know that the muscle found at A is called the biceps, sorry. And we know that at B, we find the triceps. These are a pair. We know that these are an antagonistic pair. They work against or opposite each other. So the biceps at A and triceps at A are a pair of muscles which contract opposite each other. You can go on to further explaining that. If the muscles at A, being the biceps, contract, the muscles at B, being the triceps, will relax. That is it from our practice question. We will now take a break and we will be back with more.